Hi, my name's Rayleigh and I studied the Nuclear Engineering Degree Apprenticeship at UCS from 2021 to 2025, and I graduated last year with a first-class degree in Electrical Engineering and Electronic Controls with Nuclear. And now I am an Operational Development Engineer in the Fuel Route and Rad Waste team at Hinkley Point C. So as an operational development engineer in my team at Fuel Route and Rad Waste Operations, I spend most of my day writing the instruction for refuelling for Hinkley Point C when we are operational. All of our operators in the reactor building and in the fuel building will use this instruction to reload and offload the reactor core every outage. So I grew up near Heysham Power Station and I did my work experience when I was 16. I spent a bit of time in their fuel route operations team. And so from that point on, I knew that I wanted to progress into that role. And the best way for me to do that was to do my A-levels and then come and do this degree apprenticeship down at Hinkley Point C to get to the job that I've now got it 5 years later. My apprenticeship helped me get to where I am now by giving me 6 different placements, and it allowed me to find where I was comfortable and be able to use my degree to help me progress into the role that I'm in at the moment. My favourite part about my job is how different it can be day to day and how it will develop over the years. My job right now won't exist when we're operational. We won't need to be writing the documents from scratch again. We'll need to revise them, but that'll be done by a different team. And I like the fact that in the future I will have a hands-on job and I will be operating plant and machinery. But at the minute I do enjoy the paperwork side of it because it's getting a deeper understanding in what will be my future role. So after I graduated the apprenticeship in the November, a few months after, we had an EDF graduation to bring everyone together, all of the apprentices that graduated our year, and it was just nice to see everyone's progress and watch everyone graduate. And then they do awards based on each discipline and each apprenticeship, and I was lucky enough to get Nuclear Engineering Degree Apprentice of the Year for 2025. So I was proud of that and I definitely wasn't expecting that. When I graduated, I went into fuel route systems engineering and I started out as a systems engineer, and obviously my end goal was to end up in fuel route operations. So I spoke to the fuel route operations lead and they offered me a 12-month secondment, which I wasn't expecting, and within a week had me writing the refuelling instruction for Hinkley Point C, which as a fresh graduate I was not expecting something with that much responsibility and that much importance. So that was a standout moment that made the apprenticeship feel worth it. I think the challenging part at the minute is trying to hold on for the operating station part of it. Knowing that in the future my job will be a lot more aligned to what I want to work is nice, but just at the minute having to do all the paperwork and the background work is quite a challenge based on the fact I do want a hands-on role. I'd say UCS helped me prepare for that. If I'd have done a different apprenticeship that was more practical based, I think I would have really struggled with the next few years at Hinkley being all paperwork. But all of the assignments I did and my dissertation definitely at the end, that set me up well to be able to write instructions and reports and review other people's work and other people's instructions. So yeah, it definitely set me up better than a purely practical apprenticeship would have done. Because I'm from far away, I moved into the student accommodation at the National College for Nuclear, and we spent the first 9 months doing just the level 4 of the degree, so we didn't work at all alongside that. So we completed them 4 modules in 9 months, and then that's when we moved out of student accommodation and started our first proper placement. So I spent 8 months on my first placement, and then in second and third year we did 7 modules split across the 2 years, and for each module we'd do college blocks. So we'd come away from work and focus solely on college. We'd come back to the National College for Nuclear and we'd spend 5 or 6 weeks doing a dedicated module until third year was completed. So then in year 4 we focused solely on the dissertation, so we worked in our placements but we didn't go back to dedicated college blocks. We started in the September, it was due in the April, and then we had our Viva and our endpoint assessment in the May, but the whole of 4th year was spent solely on that one module and working alongside that with a flexible working arrangement for college days and working days. I was most impressed by the flow loop that they have at the National College for Nuclear. It was really nice being able to work on that equipment prior to actually going and visiting a generating station. It gave me a good background and it really helped with our practical knowledge. Having come from A-levels and not BTEC, I didn't have any sort of practical experience or knowledge, so it was quite nice being able to get up to speed with my peers in a working learning environment. And yeah, it was a really impressive simulator. I got a lot of support with whatever I needed, especially with Vivas. I struggled just being told verbally a question. So they adapted that for us and they started writing them on PowerPoints for us so we could see the question as it was being said to us. And that made a massive difference for my year, for our results and our confidence. And yeah, it was an easy fix, but it was the fact they were willing to do it, which was really nice, because other universities wouldn't have been as flexible. My advice for anyone that was thinking about doing a degree apprenticeship similar to mine would be to not put so much pressure on yourself. They know you're not going to come into it used to working full-time and doing a degree, so they ramp it up really nicely, getting you to focus solely on the degree for the first 9 months and check that you're comfortable with the way assignments are written and the way exams are held and the way the lectures are. They're not a normal university lecture where you do 2 or 3 lectures a week. We were in 4 days a week, 9 till 5, with a supported study day, so you could come in if you needed to and you had assistance whenever you needed. And that was quite nice, because a lot of universities, they lose that sort of sixth form and college structure and go straight to completely unsupported working, and that would have been a struggle for me personally, so I knew an apprenticeship was right for me. And it was a nice ramp up to get us used to what the modules looked like before we went into what is quite an intense college block, cramming a module into 5 or 6 weeks and then going straight back to work afterwards. But from both the college and the work side, everyone fully supported us and fully understood that if we needed to take time out to focus on college over work or work over college, that it was completely okay. And we felt very supported individually as well. You weren't a number, you were an individual. All of the tutors always had time for us, despite how many lecturers they had to hold and how many classes they had and how many assignments they had to mark. They always had time, no matter how last minute we'd ask for help. Yeah, I felt fully supported throughout the whole 4 years, and I definitely recommend it. I'd probably say to not worry and not put as much stress on myself as I did. You know, once I stopped, I still maintained the same grades and did as well in my job and my placement reviews. I think there is a lot of pressure for people to come into jobs like this and then outperform everyone's expectations, but it's, you know, it's a hard enough job as is, and showing up and trying your best is all anyone can ask for.